Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome to this Zendikar player draft. I've ended up with 4-color jank exactly as I didn't want going into it. And we're just going to queue up, see how it goes, and pray for the best. It's going to come a lot down to mulligans and a little bit down to praying to the god of luck not to get mana screwed. But we'll see how that goes. Another thing to consider is that I am, resource poor. So I haven't queued for drafts in a long time, which means my rank is degraded to bronze. So I might get some free wins just on account of playing other people where this might be their first draft in their life. Or we might just get dumpstered by Hellhound Landfall decks. Ooh, actually, we can really get him here. We just have to click real fast so he doesn't get suspicious. I mean, we're not necessarily getting him here, but we're not taking damage and we're getting on the board. Alright, Treachery I'm glad is gone, as with the Bright Blade. We're not taking damage anyway, so we'll just let that connect for 0. Fish Wizard. When it enters, you may discard if you do draw, and he did. Throw away the Might of Mirasa. We'll put down a Forest, just that we're not necessarily screwing ourselves mana-wise when next turn we want to play Scale the Heights. Not much we can do here. I'm probably okay trading the Duelist for the Wizard. And then maybe we into the Royal, the Hellhound. But if he uses a pump spell, which I don't think he actually has, just toss that Hellhound back, and it's going to run out of threat eventually, because he can't get landfall triggers forever. And in fact, he actually didn't have something to play there, so he has 4 cards in his bin. The Relic Golem is halfway to being enabled. There's not much point playing the Relic Golem now, because it doesn't do anything, but we will Scale the Heights. Ooh. Do we? We're wasting part of it. But we do need to get up to decent mana ASAP, so we'll just skip the +1/+1 counter of it. Play our extra land. We ended up with another Scale the Heights. Which could be cute if we top deck 2 lands in a row, Scale the Heights, put it all down, and then play the Relic Golem. Royal Mage. Okay. Oh, jeez, that grows a lot. Oh, this kind of sucks. We've got a handful of, junk that doesn't do anything. I can cast a Royal Mage, but it doesn't trade with anything he has. We may as well cast it. Return instant or sorcery from your graveyard. We could have got the Scale the Heights back, or into the Royal back, I guess could have been good. But we have no board. We need something on the board. We don't want to take one of these non-trades here. Oh wow, we might have to though. Cute. It's silly that he's using that now though, when the Hellhound can't attack. I think trading my 2-drop for 10 life is an unfortunate event that has to happen. Alright, Relic Golem is 6 in the graveyard, so that's 1 activation away. And at this point, I think we just play this as a land. We don't have a white source, so it will become our white source, and then we'll cast Spoils of Adventure. If we survive, then we'll be okay. If we don't, then we're screwed anyway. Oh, he's just so close. 6 in the bin. We need him to have 8. Could kick the Colony. Could play the Stomper. Could play Spoils of Adventure, but that would feel really bad. Because then we're just taking the damage. So what's it represent? 7, base. If he has a land, 11. Ugh. The stomp is our biggest thing, so up to 2 lands. We'll play the Stomper, and then I don't think we'll return any lands. Oh, we may as well do 1, like it doesn't matter, because we'll just bring it in untapped, and then make him think we have something. Maybe put some stops. Had a land. I think he's just filled his graveyard. That was so dumb. Casting the Roiling and then sacking the land has given him 8 cards, which turns on the Relic Golem. So although he gets all these landfall triggers, we get our blocker. So we can... It seems weird to say it, but we'll chump the 10-9, snipe the 3-3, go to 1, and now we have a chance to win because he's out of stuff. Spoils so that we don't die to just him top decking a land. Crack down the island. This doesn't have vigilance, we'll pass. If he gets a land, we live, because that's not enough to get through us. If he doesn't get a land, it'll depend on the spell he gets. Oh, that's huge! Oh, that's such bullshit. He top decked the Hex for Mega Kick Rare. Ah. Man, that sucks. That was close. That was a shame. That's one of those where if things go a little different, like if we were first and he was second, you win that game. Or like just so close. That was a really interesting one. We nearly got to a point where we stabilized. Maybe I should have played different cards, but you can't make calls that he's going to top deck a 6 mana 6/6 haste off the top. Sometimes it just be how it do. This hand I think is fine. We've got a 2-drop. We've got a 3-drop. We've got potential ramp. We've got a big boy at the top. Alright, we go in second against another aggro deck, which feels a little bit bad. Like, we just lost to this style of gaming, where you just throw down the cheap, efficient, aggressive creatures and try and beat their face in. We just lost to that, so it's like a bit of PTSD in me. Like, oh no, I'm gonna lose again. They're just gonna aggro me down. I'm happy to make that trade if he has a spell, and he doesn't. If he did have a pump spell, him spending his whole turn 3 just pumping to get rid of my 2-drop, that's fine. Alright, Farsight, Adept, we both draw a card. Interesting. So what we have here is a bunch of options. Got a bunch of like land cards as well. I think we go Forest, Scythe Cat, and if he doesn't kill the Scythe Cat, it's gonna grow a lot, because we'll scale the heights, 1/1 counter, play 2 lands, 2 1/1 counters, it's gonna be huge. I'll take 3, that's fine. Oh wow, more draw. Fine with that. We'll put down an island, that'll grow it slightly. Then we'll scale the heights, leaving an island untapped. We will grow him again. And this time we'll put down... We don't know if we need white or black yet, to be fair. Put down this as white. Because we'll know that we'll probably need white at some point due to the Spoils of Adventure. And then if he plays a big spell, he's missing his land drops as well, which is bad for him. If he plays a big spell, we'll counter it unless he pays one. If he doesn't, we'll Into the Royal his Adept. Yep, we'll counter that. That just sucks for him that he's missed his land drops, especially given how many cards we've both drawn. Now he's in a real bad spot, because I'm still playing cards, I'm still having a great time. Oh, 6/5. could play that for 4, and then next turn plan to copy into the Royal. I think we'll do that. And at this point, I'm happy to offer him trades. Like, I got 2 6/6s, he might have a board wipe, like, I just want to beat him in the face. Alright, I'll trade all of your angels for my guy. That's fine with me. Rest in peace. Oh, and even when it comes back, it'll come back as a 2/2. That feels a little bit bad. 4 or less as well. That would have probably hit anything though, to be fair. So we can go Infiltrator. Or do we just want to draw a billion cards? Fuck it, we'll just draw a billion cards. I wonder if he's gonna find land. Like, I wonder if it's a deck building problem where he put 7 lands in the deck or something. There's 1 for him. Duelist to not take any damage, and also start filling up his graveyard in case we find 3 mana 6/6. Now we can cheat Zareth in. And once we cheat Zareth in, we can slip one of these cards out. Fuck. Alright. Play Swamp. This needs 4 to return an unblocked rogue. He can easily block at the minute. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so we'll kick her into the Royal. Bounce that. And then we'll swap our unblocked rogue. Maybe let's put a stop, because let's go full control mode for a second, actually. Is that not full control anymore? Oh, it's control. I'll swap him for this. Put him down. That hits your boy for 4 damage. And then we get a permanent from his graveyard. What do we want is the question. I think just an adept is good. Probably the best. Yeah, we'll just put the adept down. Then we'll both draw. He's got 20 cards, I got 18. So now he has to answer Zareth, like, right now, this second, or he's in big trouble. Oh, he's got an answer for Zareth. But that's his whole turn, which is good for us. What do we got? Big Stomper. Don't have any landfalls in our hands, so we may as well chuck down the island to begin. Bring back a spell from the graveyard. Also have the Amara Wizard. We'll try and hit him for 3. Get combat out of the way first. And I think we want big old Umara Wizard, followed by a little old sure-footed Infiltrator. And then that presents a lot of threat to him across 3 different bodies. He's used a lot of premium removal already. He's used the Binding and Smite the Monstrous. So we have 8. 6 to kick of this. It's a lot. But this gives our wizard flying. And that gives us into the Royal. And I think we just put that Felidar back again. that's just in our way. Costs him a lot as well. He's got 6 lands, 4 drop. It's no good for him. And now we offer him trades. What do you want to chump block? Do you have any pump spells? What can you do here? Oh, he has Into the Royal of his own. Cute. That land drop is nice for us. And then we can... Although it'd be nice to kicker it, I think just chuck down the 2-2, because we're in full beatdown mode at the minute. Like, he's quite far behind on the board, he's quite far behind on life total. We just need to beat through him. We can make some of his good blocks bad blocks with the Duelist as well, and he knows that, so he has to think about that. And that's like a mental tax on him. I would estimate with like 90% chance we've won this game, but he may pull out some weird stops. Alright, he's got himself a 4-4, but that's only till the end of the turn. We need blue more than we need anything else. So put down an island. So we have a protection spell. We have a Stomper. He has a lot of field as well. Could put down our wizard again. It's trying to use all of my mana for that. We don't want it to do that. Because we don't really have a use for green at the minute. So we'll use most of our green on this. If we do attack with everything, we might lose one of our cards, which is fine by me. Because we have the Duelist and the Shelter to protect from any weird stuff. Interesting. So we will flash in the Duelist. We're going to shrink this one so that like we just kill it. And then we can use the Shelter to protect the Infiltrator. Probably not ideal. We want pro white because he's basically mono white from what we've seen. Now he's down to 4 and his board is even worse than it was before. Maybe he has a full field wipe in his hand. I don't know if any exist in Zendikar's limited format, but that's how we lose this game, if he just drops down, like, exile all creatures. Let's look it over, though. What the hell is this? Can't be blocked. If you have a full party, you can draw a lot of cards, but that card doesn't matter. He's not attacking us. He can't afford to. He has flying now, though, and that's quite cute. Okay, so we want to tap this rogue, because it only presents 1 damage anyway, but now we get an unblockable 2. We want the Royal Mage. And from that we want Into the Royal, which we're going to kick. Get rid of that annoying 3-4. And yeah, he's conceded. We swing with everything, he dies, because he can't block everything. So 1-1. Not a good start, not the start I would hope for, especially down in bronze. Like, I don't want to be an egomaniac, but I feel like I should be doing better than 50% win rate in bronze. But I have built a terrible deck, and I'm piloting it not especially well. But thank you guys for joining me. We'll see where the rest of this run goes in the next episode. Bye.